Game 16 recap, and I'm right this time when I say recap.
This is the recap.
We are still incredibly overtired, and even more so. Astros, really? You had to beat the absolute living daylights out of the Mariners. We couldn't have pulled it back a little bit. We couldn't have put in some subs here. We had to stay there for 11 runs. It was 11 runs, right?
13 runs.
Oh my god! Oh, that's right. I missed the last two.
Yeah.
13 runs, and that game was probably the second longest duration, and it wasn't even an extra innings game for us.
It's a long game.
We're exhausted. You couldn't have done us a solid, Astros. Although in fairness, you did us a lot of solids, which we'll get to in a second. But we are on our way to Arlington right now, where we have a hotel room, where we have beds, and we have Wi-Fi, and I am so excited. It's gonna be great. Anyway, what do you think?
Showers. I'm gonna add in showers as well.
Okay. That's a good ad. No, that's a good ad.
Yes.
That's a very good ad. I'm just so excited about the sleeping part.
Yes. But let's talk about Minute Maid Park. So first of all, Minute Maid Park.
Minute Maid makes orange juice, right?
You can't get orange juice in the park?
You cannot get orange juice in the park.
Well, okay, I'm just...
In fairness, how many times do you actually want orange juice in a ballpark?
Well, the train pulls a carton of oranges. The cart, yeah. It pulls oranges. How can you not get oranges?
They're called cars, like train cars. Anyway.
Train cars? Okay. It pulls a car of oranges. That sounds weird to say.
It does. But they do, and you can't get orange juice. So
okay.
You can't get orange juice, you can't get oranges, you can't get anything
okay.
like that.
So this leads me to... I know.
Oh my god, I cannot wait.
Okay.
Get me on that train.
The train, guys.
Yes.
The train. Didn't love the train.
Shoe, other foot.
Okay. I just think this is
no.
This is like different. You have like a general hatred of trains.
I don't. I really don't. You like no. You like to think
fear of conductors. You have.
Okay, we're just making things up now.
Don't enjoy pulling levers at all.
Oh yeah, that's fun. We keep making up things too. Look at the orange sky. Anyway, I have a.
You don't like coal. Very much against it when we're barbecuing.
When was the last time? That a train car was run by coal? Were we in the 1800s?
I don't know. I saw movies.
Oh my god! We're not in Back to the Future 3, okay?
Wow.
Yeah, we're shoveling in different types.
Anyways, I just thought that it's just.
So here's my question.
Okay.
You specifically were okay, and not okay. You liked the Safeco train. You called it a feature of Safeco.
I did, and I still believe that.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Sorry.
Can I finish? You called it a feature. You called it a feature of Safeco, where it was not in the stadium. But the reason it was a feature of Safeco is because it blew its horn all the time. It blew its horn that had nothing to do with the game. It was just blowing it as it happened to go by. It was not during certain times in the game. It was just random.
Yes.
This train, you were upset with it because it moved very slowly.
Yeah.
This train blew its horn all the time and at perfectly apropos times. That makes it a feature of the ballpark and a good feature of the ballpark by your own definition.
Yeah.
So why can you be upset with it?
I want it to go faster.
Oh my god.
There's an exciting moment when somebody hits a home run. You're like, yeah, the fireworks go off. Woohoo! And then...
Yeah. And meanwhile... because the train horn goes off.
Blow the horn, but just move the train.
Okay, so
get it going.
Which train is better, Safeco or Minute Maid? Has to be Minute Maid. Has to be. Because the horn actually is in the game instead of being outside the stadium and random. You can't. By your own definition, it's wrong.
How about that horn at I know we're past Tampa Bay, but they blew the horn at the end of the Rays
stupid hockey horn.
Yeah. The horns are just... I don't know. Maybe I need to reevaluate my whole horn...
I think you need to reevaluate
horn opinions. But...
Well, maybe you should stop horning in.
Yes. I'm too inclusive. It's a horn of plenty, and I need to maybe...
It's a hornucopia?
Yes. So, yeah, I didn't love the train. But what I did love was the park, and the
where do you put it?
Where do I put it? Yeah. It's in the top half.
Okay. This is 16, so it's higher. It's 8 or higher.
I think it might be.
Okay.
Like I liked it.
Target Field?
I liked it more than Target Field.
Great American Ballpark.
Ooh. Oh, man. They're kind of the same as Great American Ballpark.
Uh-huh. I waited to drop this one on.
I don't know. Yeah, we didn't talk about this in the prep.
Hold on. We can't break the fourth wall.
I mean,
we don't prep these things.
This is totally unprepared.
Actually, most of it is. We come up with bullet points, but we actually don't know what we're going to talk about.
I don't. It's
Great American Ballpark. Better or worse?
No, Great American Ballpark is better, I think.
Ooh.
We haven't. We have to do our rankings and be specific about it.
I think that this is.
You like Target Field though.
I think Target Field is probably better than this one, although I do think that it's close. I think that this is, again, very close to the Great American Ballpark. I think all of them are all in the same conversation.
Yeah.
And I think we do need to go to the tail of the tape and actually look at the numbers. Of course, numbers guy wants to do that. But the one thing I did want to say is I think this is kind of like Chase Field, where having that roof open, now granted you can't do it a lot because it first of all, it was raining today in Texas, but second of all, it's hot as heck all the time, so you can't have that open. But when it's open, I think it's going to be such a different experience. I think it'd be way cooler. When we were looking at pictures online, the pictures online look so much different.
Yeah, very cool. When it opens up.
So I bet you it's different. It's hard to rate. But speaking of which, I think this is a good transition point to talk about. Thank you. So whether the ballpark was our favorite or not, this was bar none the best treatment we've received at a ballpark from a ball club.
For sure.
The Astros they rolled out the red carpet to the nines for us, and it was awesome. They got us a seat upgrade right away. They gave us sweet merchandise. They got Orbit, the mascot, which there was one mascot.
Yes.
Thank you for being consistent with your mascot.
Although we didn't know they had a different mascot. When they got into Minute Maid, it had a different mascot, and they went back to Orbit.
True. Digress. But yeah, we got to see Orbit. That was cool. They sent Orbit over. Yeah. And they hooked us up with a Root Sports interview, just like we did in Pittsburgh. We did one today that aired on local Houston television. And yet again, Brian was made to look the fool.
Yes, so that was great.
It was. So the reason that this ties together is because the very first thing that the guy asked, he did a couple intro things, and then he goes, and so Brian, what do you think of the ballpark? And Brian...
Yes. First of all, I generally rambled, which is what I, kind of do anyways.
Wait, what?
But I did...
Ramble?
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Shocking to our viewing audience of the tens of years that we have.
I mentioned, I said, oh yeah, it's great and it's beautiful, and it's got to be really neat when the top opens up and you get rid of those glass
No, you
panels.
asked. You asked the question.
I said, so yeah, those glass panels go away when the top comes off, right?
And he goes, no, they don't. And Brian just goes, wait, they don't. And it was this weird moment of awkward television where then the guy was just like, okay, and had to pivot to something that had no segue to me and ask me a different question. Meanwhile, right after this aired, 17 people on Twitter were just like, nope, it opens. Nope, the glass slides. Nope, the glass slides. This guy, who was a really nice guy, by the way, and we're not trying to bash him, has worked with the Astros for over 20 years. How do you not know that the glass opens up?
I'm gonna probably say that I just said something awkward in a weird way, and he didn't know.
Wait, you said something awkward? Yeah. I was sitting right next to you. I know, shocking, and I don't think it was that awkward. I think he just legitimately answered the question incorrectly.
Maybe.
So
the problem is that you shouldn't ask the interviewer questions. What am I doing? Trying to. He's asking me questions.
Yep.
He was totally caught off guard. I feel terrible because I'm just so bad with interviews at all times.
That's the other thing, is that you probably just shouldn't have asked the question.
Yeah, probably. Well, I was just trying to, I don't know.
You could have just said the ballpark's so cool, the train, the skyline, anything, but no, you had to ask a question. Anyway, huge thank you to the Astros.
Thank you.
Super awesome. Thank you to Greg, our high school friend Greg, as well as his wife Katie and friend Ariel, who also met us out for the game.
Yes.
And thanks to Jared, one of our few Twitter, I don't want to call him few because we have so many now, which is awesome. But
wow.
No, we do, and
big time.
Hold on, it is just so cool that so many people have taken an interest, and I think that's great. But Jared, who's a Twitter follower of ours, was super nice about it. Was giving us tips and everything, and then found us in the ballpark, and we hung out for a while, and it was very interesting as well. So thank you to him for stopping by and hanging out with us and giving us a little bit of Astros knowledge. And we're on our way to Arlington now.
We might stop off in Dillon, Texas.
Clear eyes.
Full heart.
Can't lose.
Love you, Coach.